Hey guys, how you doing? Coach Raymond here from Capital QBs with another podcast called Pre-Snap Read. This is edition number 7, episode number 7. Hope you guys having a good start to your day. Again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to the Pre-Snap Read podcast. And in the future, looking to invite guests. And I got a couple of guests lined up, and you're going to like some of the guests we got. Some university coaches, coaches from down south, and some big things coming here on Pre-Snap Read. All right, so if you follow the podcast, you know what it's all about. It's helping quarterbacks get a better read, football IQ, understanding when you get to the line of scrimmage, take a pre-snap read, take a picture, and follow your Capital QB's 6-point check. Number 1, know the down and distance. Number 2 is the middle field open or close. Number 3, check your stairs and cushions to see which secondary is or which DB is giving you the best coverages when it comes to stairs and cushions. The box call, right? You got to make sure you're well protected. You got to count up how many in the box, because if they have 7 and you only got 6 to protect, well, you got +1, and that's not going to help you as a quarterback. So you got to be able to do the math. Also, do you have a blitz snitch, right? You're always looking for a blitz snitch. And one thing I always tell our quarterbacks, if you want to see where the blitz is coming, one good indicator is find out where the free safety is, because normally when a free safety is over top, say like the Sam linebacker or even to the boundary half to the will, then we know that that's where the blitz might be coming, right? And you get those creepy crawlers, they walk down, especially those halfbacks or corners, especially if they're playing cut and you think they're just going to stay there on the on the boundary. Next thing you know, you do the snap and they're gunning in right there for the blitz. So you got to be able to have that, and communication. The one thing we always tell our quarterbacks is that, look, anytime you guys are extra eyes for the quarterback, the quarterback's got enough to worry about that. But if you're in the backfield as a tailback, and you can look for the weak side and the strong side boundary halves to see what they're doing. Or in this case, maybe the strong side Sam linebacker. We make a sting and wasp call, right? And we get into that later on in the podcast. All right. Also, blitzness. So pick a side, marry it, don't date it. That's a rule of thumb we tell our quarterbacks. Is typically, if you're going to go on a vertical, try to go opposite side where the free safety is. Look them off, and then pick your side. And that's why I always say, marry it, don't date it, and live for another day. Because you know what, you got the 3 steamboats that go off in your head, and then once you get past 3 steamboats, then it's you, right? And the key, and one of the things, I've been writing a lot of articles here on the website, and I've been talking about extending the play. You know what makes a great quarterback? And Lamar Jackson right now in the NFL. You watch Lamar Jackson, and the reason why he's having an MVP type season, he's able to extend the play when there's nothing. And what I mean when there's nothing is like, so typically a play is about 7 seconds, right? When you think about it, a passing play, if you're going on a vertical concept, or if you're going quick game, it's 3 seconds and ball's out. But typically a normal play in football and offense is about 7 seconds. I call it 7 seconds of chaos. And you got so much to dissect in those 7 seconds. And you really, after 3 seconds, if you went to your first read and your second read, 1, 2, then it's you. And then you got to extend the play. And that's the difference between good and great. The great ones know how to extend the play, and then they're off script, right? Like normally, if you're running a high-low concept or verticals or an out routes with goes, then you're making your high-low reads, and then if it's not there, then it's on you, right? But the great ones know how to extend the play, and that's one thing. And you know how you work on that? Your athleticism. You got to be an athletic quarterback. In fact, I did write an article today on how to be a complete quarterback. If you go to the website, capitalqbs.com, I give you guys 10 checkpoints on how to be a complete quarterback at the next level. Now, this article is mostly geared towards high school quarterbacks up here in Canada, and there's a big difference in the competitive nature of some of the leagues here in Ontario. Like you go down south of Ontario, the leagues are a little bit more competitive, but you go to Ottawa, we water down our product here, and it's been a situation that's been like this for over 40 years, where you got high school and the community leagues playing at the same time. So you got half the best players playing high school, the other half playing in the CAFA. So it really waters down the product, and then you don't have these very competitive balanced leagues, right? But getting back to the complete quarterback, once you pass high school, the things you really need to work on is your leadership. You got to have great leadership skills, decision making. This is why we do the podcast called the Pre-Snap Read. So this way, when you're looking at a defense, you take a picture. What we call taking a picture of the defense, and then with your checklist, you're going to your proper reads, right? But decision making is a big process of picking your spots on where you're going to go with the ball in the next play, right? Football IQ, man, you can. This video, I hope, is helping you, because the series of pre-snap read. Not only am I giving you guys coaching points and all that, but I want you guys, the quarterbacks, to really take a picture and understand, like, pre-snap, where are you going to go with the football, and find indicators and follow. Trust your eyes. The one thing I always tell the quarterbacks, is you got to trust your eyes, right? And pick a side, marry it, don't date it. I know I beat that to death, that saying, but it's so true. Accuracy, you know what? Bill Walsh, the great NFL quarterback coach and head coach in the NFL with the 49ers, used to say this. He goes, I would rather take a quarterback who hits 60, 70% of his throws than a quarterback who can throw 80 yards. Because, you got to be pinpoint accurate because you got to keep moving the chains, right? So if you can work on your accuracy, and the one thing that young quarterbacks do, and it's just, they don't take what I call the free money. When your coordinator calls out, like, say, all stops, or he has a high-low concept where I'm going to show you guys here, right? A lot of quarterbacks, they don't want to throw these short things, and it drives coordinators nuts because it's free money. And I'd rather, if you're a quarterback, wouldn't you rather have 2nd and 5 than 2nd and 10? And once quarterbacks really understand, take what they give you, and even if it's a short game, take it. Because at the end of the day, what you want to do, you want to move the chains, you want to get in the end zone, and you got to be accurate, right? Arm strength, that's one thing you're probably going to deal with a lot of quarterbacks. Some are just gifted being strong by nature, but if you don't have a strong arm, there's things you can do to work on that. Mobility and agility, extend the play, like I said. So you got to be mobile as a quarterback. You got to be athletic to a certain extent. Hey, I know there's some big quarterbacks out there, look at Big Ben Roethlisberger, but hey, look at you look at a quarterback, Josh Allen in Buffalo, right? Big guy, but athletic. And work ethic. Got to have a good work ethic. Your foundation of success is through your work ethic. Mental toughness, man. I could do a video about 2 hours just on mental toughness and how you deal with the mental game of practice, the film week, the game, especially in the game, right? In a game, you go through a roller coasters of emotion, and it could break you sometimes as a quarterback, right? But you got to be mentally tough. Communication skill, got to have good communication skill, and team first attitude. All right. So anyway, this is the article. It's at Capital QBs. Hope you guys can check it out. And so if you're thinking about playing at the next level, now I did write this article for high school quarterbacks who are aspiring to play like at a provincial level in the summer, or junior football. We have some good junior football programs here in Ontario. Cégep in Quebec, to me, is for players who are finishing high school. This is the number one route I always suggest our players to go, is because, you know what? There's an education component attached to it, and they're organized. When you have an administration supporting your football program and your the school, man, you can't beat that, right? In communities like in junior football, they're not lucky enough to have an administration, the guidance counselors and all that stuff that goes with a Cégep school. But if you live in Quebec, man, you life is good, because to me, the Cégep football is it's very competitive, and to be honest, I think they prepare the players the best when they get to university. And U Sports, right? So once high school players or Cégep players are finished, they go to U Sports, and they carry on their football career. All right, let's get on with Pre-Snap Read, the podcast. Today, we're sticking with the high-low concept. Today, we're going to be looking at high-low, then high-low-high from the outside in. And let's go to our first film here. I keep forgetting to widen out the screen sometimes. So let me see if I can widen out the screen here today. And let's see what we got here. All right, so rule number one of the point list, we see now it's 2nd and 2. All right, so in this league, we played 4 downs, so quarterback Trent knows he can live another day if he doesn't get one here. And we're in a 32 formation. We got 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the boundary. Now, the one thing you want to do for a quarterback is when you're taking your picture right now, take a look what the defense is giving you, right? So when you get to the line of scrimmage, and you're looking at the free safety, so the middle field is closed. You got 1 free safety. He's playing at about 16-yard depth. And look at the DBs. The DBs are pretty much on a flat top, but you got the boundary half bailing a bit. So right there, the quarterback's saying, okay, you know what? Right here, my indicator. And sometimes it's going to be easy to tell, like this here, and sometimes it's not going to be easy to tell, right? Like over here, you don't know what you got here. They're playing a flat top. They're playing down low, like you think it's press coverage, but it looks like man to me. So if I was the quarterback here, I'd be looking, okay, middle of the field is closed. I'm looking at the boundary. Looks like we have probably cut coverage right here, and I'll see in my cadence if this guy is going to bail, and if this guy's eyes are going to stay on him, or is his eyes going to stay and look inside the box, right? Because if he's playing a zone coverage and cut coverage, he's got the flats, so he's got to be, he's got to recognize if there's anybody else. If he takes off, he knows he has them, but if there's anybody else in the flat, then it's his responsibility. And it looks like I got some pressure here. So the offensive line, we see this middle linebacker's at depth, so we got 5 on 6 at the line of scrimmage, 6 if you count the linebacker who's playing at about 6-yard depth. So we got a tailback, so we're 6 on 6. So if you're the quarterback right here in the pre-snap read, and you see the play is this, you got high, low, then you got high, low, high. That's where I'm probably going right here with my look, and let's see what the quarterback Trent does right here. And let's roll the tape. All right. There's the snap, and then bang. So he wanted the money shot right there. And you know what? It's not a bad decision. Unfortunately, we didn't get the play right there, the catch, and Joe was all over it, just barely missed it. But as a coordinator, I would be telling our quarterback right here, bang, right there. As soon as you see him backpedal and you know he's taking a 5-yard stop route, what do I say? What did I say earlier, right? Take the free money. This here, my friends, is free money. And because we missed this, now we're in a 3rd and long to second situation, and now it puts a little bit of pressure on the quarterback and the offense to really go get those 2 yards, right? And running the ball was a little bit of a challenge for us this year, so that was a little bit, probably out of the question here. But had we just went to the boundary half right here, the slot back, we would have got the first down. And this is why you got to watch film, and bang, right there. That's where I would have hit him. And you know what? Trent's great snap from our center. The offensive line doing a great job. Tailback's getting involved. The eyes are to the boundary. Free safety still in the middle of the field. This is where the ball should have went right away, and we would have lived another down. And let's take a look at quarterback Trent's form right here. And so ball's out, and you know what? Good throw right there. In fact, I want to see how much mustard he got on that. And looking at his load step. So he's loading his step. I'm looking at his load step and how much... there we go. Yeah, so that wasn't a bad ball. And Joe almost made a spectacular catch right there. So, again, pre-snap read, what you're going to do next time if you're a quarterback in this situation, if you see the halfback bailing like this and you got a high-low concept, take that free money, right? Take the free money. All right, let's get to the next one. Now, this play is the out of quads. It's the same concept, right? So we got a high over here, and we're always going outside in, so we're going to go high, low, high, low. Now, let's do the math, right? I can't see the boundary, the chain gang, so I think it's 1st and 10. Number 2, middle of the field is closed, so we got 1 free safety. And again, do the math, right? So if I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that means I got 7 in the box, right? So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I got 3 down linemen, so I got a 34 front. So now the quarterback knows, you know what? I got a 40 formation right here, quads formation to the field. I got 1-on-1 right here. The boundary half, this right away, if you're a quarterback and you do the math, you got to eliminate this guy right here. You cannot go here. He's got a man over top. It looks like they're playing cut coverage right here. Free safety's in the middle of the field, but he's probably going to take number 4 right here. And we'll look for the Sam linebacker to read, run, and then expand. But if you're the quarterback in this situation, where would you go pre-snap read? And I'll tell you the 2 guys that I'm looking at right now is on the snap, I'm going to try to direct my eyes to this free safety and bring him to the boundary. I'm going to try to see if I can get him to go to the boundary, and then I'm going to go to number 11 right off the hash. That's what I would have thought right away. And then if I didn't have it, I would have came down on my check down to this number 3 receiver right here. So let's see if that would have been a good play for me to do. All right. All right, so they didn't blitz. There's the expand, and we went to the short side. All right, you know what? I kind of like that he went to the free money right there, and he went to the high receiver. Brandon did a great job, took it outside, and you know what? There he's being an athlete in space. Great tackle. You know, Bel Air had a really good tackling team. This team here went in the championship this year against Canada. This team was really one of the best tackling defenses in the league. And just watch, they're number 44 here. This kid's a real good player. But it was number 1, I believe, that made or where is it? Oh, no, it was the free safety. Free safety came right down to make the tackle. That was number 21? Yeah, good job here on Belair's defense. But for the quarterback, again, let's go back to the boundary. And let's take a look at the boundary here. You got a man over top. You got press coverage. Right away, you're eliminating that. That's not open. That is not open. And you know what? The free safety did a good job taking the seam. And then I would have liked this receiver to stay out on the numbers right here. Don't look inside. He got caught cheating. And look at that. Because he got caught cheating, and this is a great lesson to all the young receivers out there. When your guy is, I always tell our team, protect the integrity of the routes. You know what that means? Protect the integrity of the routes. This is exactly what this means. Now, if you look pre-snap, right, if he runs a go, he runs a stop, he runs a go, he runs a stop. These two guys who are running a go, this number 11 right here, if they clear out, then this is a longer gain. But because, he stays and he allows, and he's, watch this receiver right here. And I'm not picking on him. It's just I want to make a point. You can't be looking inside, because when you look inside, look what this guy's doing. He's looking inside, right? You want to take an outside release so his back is to the play. He has no clue what's going on, right? And if we get the ball out quick like we did, now, and this guy here, he's looking inside too, but he's keeping running. He should be able to hook this guy and take him out, because if he would have done his job, I guess, a little bit more convincingly and sell it more, then this free safety would have went uphill with him, would have ran with him, and then 84 would have just went right down the sidelines, right? And let's see what happened right here. Yeah, you really got to sell it, and here comes the free. But you know what? We still got a first down out of it. But again, you always got to protect the integrity of the play. All right, let's go to the last one right here. And sticking with the high-low concept, this is Canada. They won the championship this year. This was a very good football team. Now, let's, again, we got 4 receivers to the field. All right, we got 1 to the boundary. Now, if you're the quarterback, I always say do the math, right? Let's do the math. And when I say by doing the math, you got to look at the box and you got to, count the contour around, right? So you got 1 over here on the corner, 2, then you got 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we got 6 here, we got 6 in the box, right? So we got enough to protect. So down in distance, 1st and 10. Middle of the field is closed because the free safety is right here. But look where the free safety is lined up. Normally, what we would like to see is the free safeties. Typically, the free safety is in the middle of the number 1 receiver and the number 3, right? Number 3. So he's normally right around here, and he's probably aligned with the right tackle, and you can see he's cheating a bit to the boundary because this is a very good receiver, and a lot of the coaches this year didn't want to give him too much on the outside, so they're cheating here a bit. Well, not cheating, but really covering, doing their job, making sure that we don't go vertical on this receiver right here. So let's continuing with our play here. So we're at a quad, so he's going to come over here. So you got high, low, right? So let's go back to the play. So he's running a high, a low, high. He's running low, and then he's running a high. If I look at this this alignment of the, I talked about stairs and cushions, right? This is exactly stairs and cushions all in one. You got, this guy's playing at about, let me see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yards, 6, 7, 8 yards, right? So he's running high, you're not going to him. He's running low, he could be an option. He's running high, he's definitely an option. And he's running low. I probably wouldn't go to this receiver here because he's close to the box, and if he expands, and he's playing pretty low, so if I'm the quarterback on this play, my 2 reads, my 2 indicators is 1, he's telling me he's probably cheating over here to get the vertical on the boundary wide receiver, our X. So if I'm the quarterback right here, I'm looking at our slot back right here, the Y and the R, and these are the 2 guys I'm going to go to. So I would probably go on I would look high-low, right? The concept was high-low. Go to this guy right here. If you don't have it, come back down, and let's see what happens. All right? Let's see. We got a little bit of a blitz, so you got to get that ball out. But he went to the field, and look at that. Picked off, right? And again, I'm not trying to pick on our quarterback and making all these videos look good on us. It's just sometimes I do these educational videos to let quarterbacks know you got to make the right decision, right? What did I talk about in the decision making in number 2? How to be a complete quarterback? decision making. And again, I'm not picking on our guy because our guys did a great job this year. Unfortunately, we just came short on a lot of our games. But you can see here the math. Remember, I said do the math. This math doesn't work out for him. And see, he's looking right there. And if you look at number 11 right here, that's where. And remember, I said pre-snap. If you go to your pre-snap, number 11 and the Y receiver right here, Y and R are the two guys I would have looked. And if you look at the Y right here, he goes right up the seam. He's wide open. And if he's not open, you come down to 80. He was open too. So unfortunately, it was a bad decision by the quarterback and a great play by Canada to get the interception. But again, the purpose of this video is to really educate young quarterbacks on pre-snap read, things you do and don't do, but count the box. Count the box, count the secondary, do the math, right? I always say do the math. Pick a side, marry it, don't date it. So he married that side, and he's getting a divorce right there because he got the interception, right? But anyways, hopefully that helps you guys. Again, my name is Coach Ron Raymond. I'm a coach here in Ottawa. I've been coaching here for a long time, since the late 80s, I guess. See, when you get old and you get gray hair, you can say that by now. But hey, I love coaching quarterbacks, helping them out, and getting players to the next level. And it's tough. Getting to the next level, when I always say that the older you get, probably less fun you have, probably coaching, not playing. But it's just because the higher you coach, it's more business up there, right? But when you coach high school and you coach junior football or the lower levels than university, then it's really a lot of fun. You're helping players get to the next level, and it is a lot of fun. All right, again, the quarterback challenge. I'm doing a quarterback challenge in April. Anybody who's a young quarterback who's 14, 18 years old, and the reason why I'm doing this challenge, a couple of things. Number one, I want really quarterbacks in the region to really understand the competitive nature, what it takes to be a complete quarterback, right? When you go into your off-season training programs, you really have to hit the weight room. You got to be athletic, agility, change of direction, training, and stuff like that, right? It's not just throwing and giving off handoffs. You really have to work on your core strength and your athleticism, right? And this is what this challenge is. I'm hoping I'm going to accomplish. And if you look at some of the things we talk about in the Commanders Challenge, which is going to be April 21st at the Embrun Sports Dome here in Ottawa, and we're going to be so if you go to the website right here, the showcase, here's all the events that's going to happen, right? The first 5 events are all about strength and speed. So the first one is the push-up challenge, medicine ball slam, plank hold. Now there's your strength challenge right there, right? Because there's going to be scouts, and we're looking to broadcast this event. This event is going to be broadcast for players looking to get scouted. And that's what this opportunity is all about. It's about helping players who haven't maybe gotten scouted during their high school season, during their NCAFA season, and really feel like they got the short end of the stick. This challenge right here is an opportunity to get you get you scouted, get you ranked, and show your display, what you can do, right? Also, the short distance and sprint pro agility shuttle, there's the speed aspect of the event. So the first 5 events are about strength and speed. Then the next one is the 1-step quick game, 3-step drop, the sprint rollout, the run pass option, the RPO challenge, and then the longest throw, right? So these are 10 events that are really going to demonstrate the quarterback's ability of being an athlete, being a quarterback, and hopefully getting helping you guys get recruited or get ranked, or if anything, get the experience. So that way, when you compete against other quarterbacks and you see what you're dealing and going up against at the next level, it's gonna fight with you mentally. But this is what this event's all about. This is about really putting you to the test and helping you grow as a quarterback. And hopefully you guys will take part in this. The age group is JV at high school, so 14 to 15-year-old. And then the senior group is 16, 17, 18-year-old. And if you are a player in Ontario and you want to take part of this Commanders Challenge, it's going to be in Embrun, April 21st. All the information's at the website. February 1st is the official registration date. So if you go to the website, Capital QBs, you're going to see you can pre-register right now. So when you go to the pre-registration link, go to Capital QB Showcase, and then scroll down to the bottom, put your name, your email, and I'm going to put down I forgot to put the ages right here. Put down your age. It'll be 14 to 18. And once we go live, you'll get an email notifying that the challenge registration is now open, and then you'll be able to sign up. CapitalQBs.com is where you can get more information on the 2024 Commanders Challenge presented by Capital QBs. And also, don't forget, check out the website each and every day as I add articles. And if you are training right now and you're looking to train with us, we still got room in our senior group right here and in our tykes. Our juniors are full until the spring. And we do have girls flag football if any of the girls out there want to train on Saturday mornings. We do have openings for that. All right, folks and players, hopefully you got something good out of today's podcast. I know a little bit longer. I try normally, it's almost impossible to do a 5 to 10 minute video. Once you get on these roles, you just want to keep coaching, and hey, that's what coaches do, right? Just coach them up. Anyways, hopefully you guys will get something out of this video. Check out the article again, how to be a complete quarterback. And if you're interested in competing at the quarterback challenge, the Commanders Challenge, you can pre-register today at capitalqbs.com. Also, before I go, this is episode number 7 of Pre-Snap Read. If you missed any of these other episodes, go to the first 6 right here, and you can watch these videos. I promise you those videos are a little bit shorter, but anyways. All right, folks, have yourself a great rest of your day, and I'll be back with another edition of Pre-Snap Read, and probably in about 2-3 weeks from now. All right, cheers.